What's happening, guys? We are back at it again today for another video. Thank you so much for joining me. This time around, we're gonna be looking back on yet another guitar that I have purchased and since sold. So let's take the time, do another deep dive. Let's get into it. If you guys are enjoying this video series, definitely hit that subscribe button down below. There's gonna be a lot more to come. Your support is much appreciated. Okay, so our guitar today is going to be the Ernie Ball Music Man Axis Super Sport. This is a really cool guitar. I purchased this one several years back and picked it up for a very reasonable bargain. It happened to be a new old stock from Guitar Center. With today's modern inflation, I mean, these kind of guitars, you're gonna spend probably at least around $3,000, $3,500, give or take, just depending on the model and specifications. So I would definitely say with confidence, this is probably the best deal I've ever got on a brand new guitar. $799, brand new old stock at Guitar Center. This would have been back in 2016. Obviously, fast forward to today, at the present time, these kind of prices are just really not something that you're gonna find anymore. Okay, so about the Music Man Axis Super Sport. A very interesting guitar. I always like the fact that this one has a very small body. It's a very compact shape, super lightweight, almost similar to what you get out of a lot of headless guitars. This specific Music Man came with a quilted maple top in a black cherry finish, had a rosewood fingerboard, bird's eye maple neck, Schaller locking tuners, lots and lots of nice equipment on this guitar. I would say it was very well spec'd right out of the factory. Just a couple things that stood out to me on this guitar. I was really glad to find one that had a hardtail fixed bridge. I know at the present time, it seems that most of these guitars, if not all, both the Axis Super Sport as well as the standard Axis models, either come with a Floyd Rose or the Music Man tremolo bridge. So for me, I'm more of a fixed hardtail bridge kind of guy. So this definitely was a plus. Was glad to find one with a hardtail. I don't recall specifically what pickups this guitar had. I know they were an American DiMarzio pickup. Great tone overall, kind of had like a warm, like medium-ish high output, nothing too crazy, but provided a very clean, warm tone, very suitable for all types of rock music. I really like the fact that this one had a bird's eye maple neck. Definitely something you don't see every day. I know that bird's eye, as beautiful as it is, it's not the most common type of maple to find. So I don't think you're gonna find this too often amongst different guitar builders. But again, very nice looking piece of wood, very fast, very comfortable. Of course, if you've never played any Ernie Ball Music Man, you'll know they have a very smooth, very fast oiled neck finish, which just feels amazing. Like just touching it, you're just automatically feeling like you can just play faster. I mean, it really is a special thing with the Music Man neck finish. So overall, very, very cool guitar. Lots and lots of high-end features. Tremendous value, again, considering that this guitar was purchased for under $1,000 back in 2016. Now, during this time, me as a younger player, just trying to sort of sample some different products, kind of exploring these different brands, kind of starting to learn myself a little bit better as far as things I liked and didn't like. I was able to quickly identify that this particular model just wasn't necessarily the best fit for my playing style. Despite the fact that the body of the Axis was very small and compact, super lightweight, as with many other guitars that I've discussed on the series, something that's super important to me is just having a fairly smooth, comfortable contour as far as the top on the body. This guitar, as many other traditional styles, for example, like a Telecaster, it's just a flat slab. So you have like that really hard edge on the forearm. Doesn't feel very great. It's definitely not the most ergonomic, which I can expect that to a point. I mean, obviously this is more of a traditional style guitar. So for me, that wasn't the best thing when it came to ergonomics. If, however, the Axis Super Sport was available with a nice deep forearm contour, I can assure you I would definitely have one in my collection. Now, like many other Music Mans, the Axis Super Sport does have a very, very, very small neck, having a 1 5/8 nut width. I mean, this thing is like a little toothpick. I would say with confidence, with all the different guitars I've bought and sold over the years, I would probably say this is the smallest neck I've ever felt on a guitar. Now, if a person has a bit smaller hands, if you find that some guitars just feel too wide or just a little bit awkward to play, if maybe you have like just shorter fingers or smaller hands or something, This is probably a great guitar just because it's so thin, it's so skinny that it's super, super easy to play. And you guys know, if you've been watching my buy and sell regret video series, for me, if there's really more than two things that kind of irritate me on a guitar, it's either gonna get sold, get traded towards something else. Ultimately, I did decide to part ways with this guitar. I wanna put a heavy emphasis on no quality issues, no craftsmanship, workmanship issues. This was a fantastic instrument. It was extremely well made, and I would highly, highly recommend that someone check one of these out. If you're kind of more of a traditional guy and you don't mind like that flat slab top, as well as that very thin, skinny neck. For me, I've just learned from buying and selling, trying dozens and dozens of guitars over the years. I just prefer that thinner, that modern, like that wider flat neck shape, and more of like that ergonomic forearm contour. Having modern ergonomics just makes for an overall more comfortable playing experience. So for me, just having like that wider, that flatter neck shape, more of like that comfortable bevel or contour on the top, as well as the back of the body. These are just things that I've learned that I know what I like, so I pretty much just try to stick with guitars that fall somewhere into this category. So I hope you guys find this information helpful. Again, just going back, reflecting on my buy and sell purchase history within my guitar gear journey. Hope you guys find this information useful. Be sure to share your thoughts in the comments section down below. Again, overall fantastic guitar, kind of more of that traditional player. There's a good chance you'd probably like the Axis Super Sport. Well, that's all for this one, guys. Give the video a thumbs up, subscribe for more. I'll be sure to see you guys in the next one. Have a great day.